Throughout human history, empires have risen and empires have fallen, but few names hold as much weight as Rome, the eternal city, the foundation of Western civilization, the cradle of law, military doctrine, and architectural genius. But for all its glory, Rome collapsed, or so we remember. But what if it didn't? What if the Roman Empire never crumbled beneath the weight of corruption, invasions, and internal decay? What if instead it adapted, evolved, and steamrolled through time like a juggernaut of civilization? Welcome to the timeline where the Roman Empire survived and shaped a very different Earth. In this alternate history, the year is not 2025. It's 2778 AUC, ab urbe condita. From the founding of the city. This is the Pax Aeterna, the eternal peace, maintained not through treaties but through absolute domination. After surviving the barbarian invasions of the 5th century, the empire did something no one expected. It decentralized. It traded fragile borders for fortified megacities called civitates. Local governors were granted vast autonomy under a new imperial charter, and in the east, Constantinople evolved into a technological marvel, an empire within an empire, bound by loyalty to the Golden Eagle. As centuries passed, the Roman legions became less like soldiers and more like walking fortresses, clad in powered exo-armor forged by an industrial revolution that came 400 years early. Fueled by aqueduct-powered reactors and a state religion that fused ancient paganism with a deified emperor, Rome didn't fade into the pages of history, it expanded into them. By 1200 AUC, the empire had reached the shores of the Americas, not by accident like Columbus, but with calculated invasion fleets. The natives were not conquered through disease, but by diplomacy, engineering, and an ideology that promised order, bread, and glory. Instead of colonies, Rome built Novae Urbes, new cities, from Canada to the Andes. Latin became the universal language. Roads cut through jungles, and temples to Mars and Minerva towered over Mayan pyramids. The Industrial Revolution? That came during the reign of Emperor Maximus XIII, around 1500 AUC. The steam engine was not a British invention, but a Roman one, built upon the ancient writings of Hero of Alexandria, who, in this timeline, wasn't forgotten. By 1800 AUC, the skies buzzed with Aquilae Volantes, flying eagles, early Roman airships used to patrol the borders of the empire, now stretching from Britannia to Beijing. The Senate, long thought useless, was reborn as a hyper-advanced AI consortium that advised emperors in real time, a network called SPQRnet. And yet, even in this world of grandeur and control, though, cracks began to form. The empire survived through adaptation, yes, but at a cost. Individuality erased. Religion engineered, culture streamlined for imperial utility. Dissent was labeled heresia civilis, civil heresy, punishable by re-education in the ludi mentales, mental training arenas that stripped ideology and replaced it with compliance. Technology bloomed, but so did surveillance. Every citizen bore an imperial signum, a neural chip forged at birth, linking them to the Senate's thought-monitoring grid, but resistance is eternal. In the deep catacombs beneath Neo-Rome, rebels whisper of an ancient republic, one where the voice of the people mattered. They dream of a world without the boot of Mars pressing down on their throats. They call themselves the Fractus Ordo, the broken order. And their symbol, not the eagle, but the forgotten fasces, snapped in half. Now the Empire faces a new crisis. Beyond the solar system, a fleet of terraforming ships, launched centuries ago during the Great Expansion, has returned. But something's wrong. Their signal is corrupted. Their AI hosts speak only in riddles, and their planets are dead. The Senate believes this is sabotage. The Emperor fears something worse. something alien, so once again Rome prepares for war. The legions, reborn in orbital armor and quantum blades, descend upon Mars, not as explorers, but as conquerors, because no matter how much time passes, some things never change. Power, control, war. Because in this world, Rome never fell, and in its shadow, the world became something unrecognizable and terrifyingly ordered.